Hey, aren't relationships wonderful? Relationships are even better when there's a healthy exchange between both partners. When both people can both give and receive lovingly, like the ebb and flow of the ocean, a relationship can unfold organically. But that's not always the case, is it? Kimberly is a tall, beautiful woman who knows exactly what she wants. She usually gets it too. She has no problem meeting successful, handsome men. She's dated financiers, doctors, lawyers, and even politicians. One after another, they fall for her and begin treating her exceedingly well. Many have taken her on lavish shopping sprees and treated her and her girlfriends to lunches at dinners at the best spots in town. One has even sent her and a girlfriend on an all-expense-paid trip to Paris for 2 weeks. She enjoys the gifts, and it's obvious she's great at receiving, but Kimberly's never happy with any of the men she's involved with. The relationships eventually ends, and she grows tired of them. So she's back to square one. Now Tess, she's a kind, loving, attentive woman. She meets many men who seem wonderful in the beginning. Because Tess is a giver and thinks of others before herself, she's always accommodating. When she disagrees with something, well, she rarely says anything. She goes along with whatever is suggested because she's never one to make waves. Driving hours out of her way to meet a date doesn't seem to bother her. If a man she just met is going out of town, she volunteers to pet sit or water his plants. In the past, Tess has baked a cake for a man's daughter that she's never been introduced to. She's brought cookies and pastries to the office of another when he was doing a presentation. She's even taken one man's mother to the doctor. Now, the men seem to appreciate this, but eventually each one begins taking advantage of her time and her generosity. Many were stand-up men in the beginning who made plans, they showed up on time, and they made the effort. But eventually, one by one, they grew bored of her, and the relationship ended. Both Kimberly and Tess were involved in a one-sided relationship. In a one-sided relationship, there's an imbalance of give and take. With Kimberly, you can clearly see she's a taker, and with Tess, she's definitely a giver. Neither of these relationships is sustainable. You might have been in a relationship such as one of these. They could be short-term or long-term relationships. They can feel great in the beginning because nothing's better than getting everything that you desire. And well, nothing's better than giving from your heart. But when there's not a fluid give and take, when you have a one-sided relationship, it's rare that that relationship will last. Be mindful when dating and entering a relationship. Ask yourself, am I usually the giver or the receiver? Are you the one who's always accommodating someone else? Are you making the plans or going out of your way to meet? And how does that make you feel? Do you ever feel resentful? Do you behave with passive aggression because you've chosen not to speak up? Are you fearful of not being liked? Are you denying your truth and the opportunity to have someone truly get to know you? If so, begin valuing yourself and start speaking up. Assert your beliefs, your values, and your opinions. Ask for input on an upcoming meeting or date. Have the other person suggest a food preference, restaurant, or a fun activity. Plan to alternate who drives further or select a place that's convenient to you both. If you're interested in a respectful, loving relationship, learn the art of receiving and feel gratitude without the need to give back. Now, are you the one who's always taking and expecting to be accommodated? How does that make you feel? Do you lose respect for the other person? Do you grow bored? Are you fearful of getting close? Are you not interested in a true, heartfelt relationship? If so, begin the art of giving. Feel gratitude by offering a part of yourself. It can be your time, your gifts, your love. And do this without the expectation of getting something in return. If you're willing to truly get to know someone, you can feel love like you've never felt before. I know both can seem scary. It can be challenging to break your pattern of always giving or receiving, but imagine what could be on the other side. Imagine talking and listening with both of you sharing yourself with one another. Imagine building and co-creating a beautiful, loving relationship with a balanced rhythm of give and take. Imagine how you'll feel having everything that you desire and knowing your partner feels the same way. Imagine true love. If you're ready for love, if you're ready to be in a happy, loving relationship, I'd like to invite you to have a chat with me. You can click the link below to schedule a time. My goal, my intention is to show you how to attract your ideal partner and help you co-create the relationship you've always wanted. Date intentionally by freely giving and receiving. If you're enjoying this, please share with others, like, follow, subscribe, do all that fun stuff.